Alright guys, welcome back to the channel today. Today we're getting in part 3 of the Pathfinding series. Today I have the NPC go to 3 different checkpoints and see if he can make it all the way through. Thanks for watching. Join me to the end. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Okay, before I show you guys the script, I'll show you guys how it works. NPC will go along here, see him on the left side. And as I go through this part, NPC will go to the first checkpoint right here. I don't have it right now to record the NPC as a checkpoint, but I can set it up. So he'll go to the first target point. It's right there. He'll do the obby right here. Go little NPC. And once the NPC does this obby, he'll go to a second target part. And then once the NPC goes to that target point, he'll stop. The animation will stop for a few seconds, and then the NPC will go to a third target point. So you'll jump some invisible parts I have here. Roblox Pathfinding doesn't work with air, so I have to simulate the jumps with the NPC jumping invisible parts that you cannot see. And he'll make it here to the third point, and then hopefully on the next video, part 4, we can do the NPC finishing the obby. So this is where we'll go. Now jump in the workspace, jump in the studio, and show you guys how we can set this up. If you want to set up in your games, this is part 3. Thanks for watching. Let's dive into the scripts and the parts. So first thing you want to do is to make him jump the last set here. Add some invisible parts, because the NPC, the Roblox Pathfinding, doesn't work with invisible air right now. So if there was no parts there, the NPC wouldn't follow the path. So here, as you guys can see, I just put in some invisible parts. So the NPC, when he sees these parts, he'll jump it, which simulates jumping the obby. So just however you want to set it up, he will jump it. Just make sure can collide is set to true. If it's set to false, the NPC will not follow the pathfinding. So right here, you see I got each part. So the NPC is basically jumping this part, which simulates the NPC jumping over air. If you guys know a way to make the NPC jump over air without putting parts here, put it down in the description. Let me know, and I'll definitely add that. But right now, this is how I have to basically trick the NPC. So once we got that in, we'll go back, change the code a little, so the NPC can now find more than one target part. So for the first one, I just named it find part here. You can set transparency to 1 if you want it invisible. It'll still work. And then we got a second part here, the NPC, after he finds the first find part. And then we have our third part here. Just make sure the part is anchored. Then we'll set it down, put it down here. So once we got those parts, we go back to the NPC pathfinding script and server script service. Inside the NPC. Name it whatever you want, and we'll go into it. So you guys the code. Let's zoom in a little so everybody can see it on their TV screens or whatever screen you're watching. I think it's zoom. Yeah, let's try one more. All right. This will all be in the description. So a lot of code. If you don't want to write it all down, I have in the description. Just ask you guys. If you take the code, if you use the code, just sub for me if you don't mind. So once again, we're doing a task wait. You can take this out if you don't want it. This is just going to wait 5 seconds before the animation starts with the NPC and the pathfinding. Then once again, nothing here changes. We're going to do a variable with the workspace, the pathfinding service. And then we're going to go down. We're going to get the script. NPC is the parent of the script. We're going to do assert the wait for child, humanoid, the root part, which is the humanoid root part, and the animator inside the NPC script right here. Now, things that changed from the first 2 scripts in here in part 3, we added variables for the find part. Number 1, it's the first target the NPC will go to right here. Then we had another variable for the second part. The NPC will do the walk animation to, and then the third part right here. Name it whatever you want. These names here have to match the part name here. And then we added some more, code to the table, the create paths table here. The radius, the height, can jump is true. We had a jump height, which is 12. Can climb, if we have a truss part, the NPC can climb it. And then we gave it a max slope of 45 degrees. We P-call for the error message if something happens or if it's successful. Protected call. And then we got if statements for success. And then in NPC, we find waypoints that's let the NPC travel along to each part. Then the NPC can jump, he will jump, which as you guys saw in the demonstration here. And then there's just a warning statement, the NPC fails to reach a waypoint. Then we go down to the animation. This is for each one. We got a function that we call the move sequence for each target, find part, second part, and third part. And then here, if you want to update to a fourth and fifth, change it here. And then you just add your variable right here, or parameter, I'm sorry, right here in the table. And then go to your index it, all the targets and your targets, whatever you want. Find part, second part, third part. You can even change that to first part, fourth part, fifth part, and so on. Here, this is how you make the animation stop. When the NPC reaches the target, it'll go here, animation track will stop. You can do how long you want your task wait. It will be how long the NPC stops on that part. And then the animation will play, and he'll go on to the next part. He'll follow the path to the next target position. And then there will be a comment in the bottom saying the NPC has reached the final destination in your output. And then he'll close it out with the move sequence function. As you guys can see, right now I'm still working on how to get the NPC to jump and go down the slope. That'll be part 4. But right now, as you can see, the NPC will make it to 3 checkpoints in the OBBY for the NPC. And you can use this wherever you want. It doesn't have to be for an OBBY. You can use it for any type of story game or any type of game you need. This you can set up more than one point now to make the NPC follow that path. And it's just one script inside the NPC. And you add a script if you have multiple NPCs to each NPC. And we'll just do one more slight demonstration of it again so you guys can see it before we shut the video down. Slight variations to the first script that we did in part 1 and part 2. So now see, here's the task wait. After the NPC task wait, he'll walk this ladder. I had to put this ladder here. Like right now, I don't know how to pathfind NPC with air. The Roblox doesn't have a way, from what I can tell, to pathfind if the NPC has to jump over air, which means there's no part. So I had to make all this a part, and I had to spread it out the part to, if the NPC has a way to go around. Right now, he'll just go around it. So I made it the part long enough to where he has to jump it. All right, see the NPC is following the path. So now he's going to that second part again. This is the second part. Animation will stop for 1 second, and then it will continue. Now the NPC will jump the invisible parts I have here. As you can see, sometimes he hits it because I can't turn off can collide. If I do, the path won't work. So I'll figure that out maybe in part 4 as well to see if an NPC can jump air without adding dummy parts. And then I find a way to make NPC, if he dies, he can respawn. Like maybe if he missed the jump. Now he's going to the last part we have set up right now. It's the third part. As you guys saw in the first demonstration, we just make sure everything works with no bugs. And you see now in the output, NPC has reached the final destination. This is something you guys can add to maybe a mini game while players wait to play OBBY with an NPC. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you on the next one, part 4. Thank you.